Huh. Okay, Google. Can humans hibernate? Oh man, what's up guys, KPlays here. And yeah, that trailer just got released out of nowhere. I don't think I'm alone in being caught off guard here because I'm sure a lot of us have been looking towards Tokyo Game Show for this big of a bomb drop. I mean, how's this for hype? Hints at a deep storyline, a handful of new monsters, including the apex of the Scarlet Forest, and the flagship reveal. And speaking of reveals, we now finally know the release date. It's no January 1st like I was hoping and coping for, but it's not all the way at the tail end of Q1 either, so we're good. Gonna be a long 5 or so months though, but the way things are looking, we'll probably be getting hit left and right with exciting new info to keep this hype train rolling. I'm a bit late on hopping on this one in particular because the trailer dropped right as I was making my TwitchCon impressions video, but we're here now. Let's get right into it. We start off with some classic tragic backstory flashbacks for our mysterious character Nada. It seems like he just barely escaped his village being attacked by monsters, which may be a running theme in this game now that everything will be seamlessly connected and monsters may actually be able to just prance right into our previously safe village areas. Unlike the three bears looking for Goldilocks and Kunafa though, these people unfortunately ran into something much worse. We'll see a little more of him later though. For now, we're briefly introduced to the Astrum unit, a new group of characters that mirror our own cast of Conrads with a hunter, palico, handler/researcher, and a smithy. I'm liking this idea of the guild forming tight squads of elites in their respective fields to cover all aspects of hunting on their journeys. It seems like we're able to group up and take on joint missions though, because we again see the Astrum unit members accompanying us into the Scarlet Forest. And speaking of units...
Oh yeah. Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick, boy! That's a thick-ass boy! Damn! Extra thick!
This lovely ball of splashy goodness is Uth Duna, the apex of the Scarlet Forest. That means that Lalabarina may not be all that high up on the food chain after all, which is crazy considering how it's able to build an entire lair into the environment like Ray Dow does in its Fulgurite nest. Uth Duna is this weird and wild mix of derpy, elegant, and imposing that I'm just loving. Something this double wide has no business moving so gracefully, and here it is going full SeaWorld and zooming around like it's weightless. Weightless it definitely is not though, because what goes up must come down and this thing comes down hard. If you manage to avoid being pancaked by all its bulk, you'll have to avoid the rushing waves of water it sends swelling in your direction after that giant cannonball. On that note, there are two things I want to point out here. First is that I absolutely don't hide that I was not a fan of 3rd Gen's water combat. I already know it's been deconfirmed for Wilds for now, but seeing that quick clip during Gamescom of hunters now being able to swim and the first few seconds of Uth Duna's reveal had me just a bit shooketh. But as it kept going, it just solidified my opinion that we really don't need water combat to still have water combat. I mean, look at this. It's a fish. We're fighting a fish. With legs because Monster Hunter, but still. Just by getting a bit creative with the settings like the Coral Highlands and Rotten Vale in the last game being dry land, reef, and deep sea ecosystems, or here with flash floods setting the stage for more aquatic leaning creatures while still letting hunters fight with both feet planted firmly on the ground, works beautifully. Speaking of this flooding, we've gotten one environmental phase confirmed for the forest, a good old torrential downpour. If it weren't for the fact that we'd be seeing more Scarlet Forest gameplay this week at Tokyo Game Show, I'd be a little salty that the answer for my red water theory was teased and denied like this, because we didn't see a single hint of the cause of the red water in this trailer. My guess now is that if the downpour is this map's inclement weather period, the red water will be the fallow and the normal lush forest will be plenty. Whatever happens here though, I can't deny that this is another huge and beautiful map, and I can't wait to explore it. Especially now that we have a nice souped up turbo map that should make it so that we don't get lost in it like we did in a certain other forest that we won't be talking about. This one, it's absolutely gorgeous, filled with giant bones and ancient ruins. Or maybe they aren't so ancient or ruined, because we're also introduced to a new Linian tribe, the Woodwoods. These little forest gremlins are probably going to be the inhabitants of the Scarlet Forest hubtown, and honestly, if this is the case, I'm down. I wasn't even considering that the settlements we visit in each map could be filled with anything but humans or wyverians. Another point in the scoreboard for Wilds when it comes to variety and series innovation. Heading back to the Windward Plains one more time though, we've got new monster reveal number 2, Quematrice. Flaming Hot Buffalo Chicken right here is checking off the Root Wyvern box on the Wilds monster type checklist. And it's pretty awesome that we're really going down that list despite not really seeing that many monsters for this point in a typical Monster Hunter pre-release news cycle. Now we're just missing a Bird Wyvern, a Carapaceon, a Neopteron, an Elder Dragon, a Fanged Wyvern, Piscean Wyvern, and a Snake Wyvern until we see them all. Some of those are all but guaranteed as the most common / no-duh inclusions of every game so far, and we've most likely seen a hint of either a bug or a crab with the Switch Axe weapon trailer, so I'm very optimistic that we might see most if not all monster types represented this time. With the track record of awesome designs we've seen so far too, anything else we get is sure to be a banger. I can't wait. Now, just barely after we saw Uth Duna showing off its stuff, we cut next to it getting bodied by our mystery monster from the beginning of the trailer. The White Wraith, Archiveld. Something tells me that this thing is actually going to be living up to that edgy nickname and story build-up. Unlike Nergigante. Fight me. Whew, my bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Archveld's got hands, and those hands are ready to eat for everyone. Whether it's an unfortunate entire village or apparently the toughest monsters in any given map, because we also see him going toe-to-toe with Raydao in its own base. Just hearing this thing be called a supposedly extinct species, and seeing these oddly familiar yet new to the main series players wing whips has me excited to see this thing in action, because both of those details are giving heavy frontier monster vibes. Even without going in deeper into that rabbit hole of theory or the hints of lore about it supposedly being locked away, I'm 100% hooked. But that lore though, it's looking like we'll be running even deeper than Worlds. We've come a long way from what could probably be boiled down to, those monsters really are monstering, go hit them till they stop. Ooh, that one's really monstering, we have to, oops, that he was actually chilling. Put him on the box art as an apology and go get the real problem. Just that dramatic line alone gave me chills.
Use that weapon and you do nothing.
Whew, drama. I am so ready to, oh my gosh, they gave Hunting Horn a spotlight in the ending clips of the trailer. Sorry, interruptions today, excuse me. Anyway, I'm ready for this game to be out now, and if we saw another early 2025 after all this craziness, I think I would have lost it. But here it finally is. February 28th. I'm heading to work later and dropping that in the vacation calendar immediately. Mark that date, the hunt starts there. Hopefully we get an earlier sneak peek from the comfort of our homes with a public demo available to download sometime soon. If I'm remembering correctly, those usually come out around maybe a month or so before the official release, which would set the predicted timeline roughly around January or early February. I'm just saying though, Capcom, it'd be a nice holiday gift if that dropped around maybe December or so. Or November? I've been good this year, I'd love to get the demo as a birthday present. In any case though, that wraps up this trailer. I'm excited that it isn't even the main bit of news will have to hold us over for long, because as I mentioned, we'll have a tour of the Scarlet Forest coming up in just a few days. Keep an eye out for that, and check back here because you know I'll probably have a lot to say about it too. Till then though, this has been another KPlays, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.